Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another house building video here in The Sims 4. I said a while ago, I think it was on the new Groove build, probably, well, that's a long time ago now that came out, because I originally started that build on a 20 by 15 lot, and I said, at the beginning, I wanted to make a purely basement build. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do a purely basement build, and I also wanted to, I wanted it to stick to that. And I didn't. This is not purely basement. I mean, 99% of the living space, or let's say 95% of the living space is underground in this build. There is a little bit on the top. But you'll see. You'll see. It's worth it. It's worth it. I promise. Don't go. Oh. No, I'm sorry. Okay, well, now all the people that just wanted a purely basement build are gone. It's just you and me. It's just you and me. So, thanks for watching, Caitlin. Now, all the Caitlins out there would have been really happy that I said their name. But everybody else will be a little bit sad. Yeah, so congratulations, Caitlin. That probably freaked you out a little bit as well. So anyways, building this house, I took a little bit of sort of inspiration from the new Groove build as well, where I did all those sort of window wells. I think I also did some window wells onto my urban townhouse as well, because that had a basement in it. And I needed to get light into it. The window wells, I think, idea works quite well, and it actually looks pretty good. So by that, I mean on the sides of the house, there's just like holes down to the basement where there's no roof, and it goes down, and I put windows so you can get light down to the basement and get natural daylight, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just working on, obviously, the top of this house. So there is a top level, as you can see, what I'm doing now. Mainly because I didn't want to just have like a hole in the ground with stairs going down. I wanted the top level to be, you know, something that looks really nice, but it still is not the house. This top level has almost no actual living space on it. It's mostly just windows that let light into the level below. So you have, when you go into the main level, there's going to be, you're going to be lower down, like below the ground height, but there's going to be a 2-story room with windows all around the top, loads of light coming into it, and it looks really, really cool. That's the idea. Do I live up to it? Let's find out in the next few minutes. Or you could just probably look at the thumbnail. Actually, no, I could, you might be able to see it in the thumbnail. I don't know. Yeah, so just going around. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Just doing loads of windows around this top level and adjusting everything to fit accordingly. Yeah, so this little bit here on the right, as well as talking about the little window well. You can't really see it now, but I mean, you'll get an idea of what it is anyways if you don't already. So this little area down there is kind of like a little courtyard space. You'll see I put some stairs down, and then I put some grass in it so you can actually see sort of how it all works. I thought that'd be really cool to have like a sunken courtyard with grass and all that kind of stuff. I was gonna do a pool like 2 levels down, but I realized you couldn't do a pool on the bottom level of a basement because you can't, because a pool is technically another level. So that would have been 3 levels down, which I was upset about because I thought that'd be a cool idea, a cool pool idea, but it didn't pan out in the end. You'll see what I mean when we get to it. So I thought for the walls, like for the retaining walls around the courtyard, I'd do like that sort of stone, which I thought looked really cool. So that's kind of like a retaining wall. Then the house is built out of different materials, and you'll see that sort of taking shape there. So I've got all the grass down there and a little fence around the top, making sure it's all good. And I was going to make it tall, but I was like, no, that looks really, really ugly. So let's not do that. So let's not make it ugly. It's probably an idea that I would be happy going with. So just adjusting the roof over that little window well, which I guess in retrospect doesn't really make any sense. I mean, it looks nice having that little pop-out roof there on the side, but it doesn't really make sense. If you're having a window well, the idea is to let light in, not shade it out. But anyways, yeah, so I'm picking a color scheme for the actual house right now. To see, because I wasn't actually sure what I wanted it to look like. I mean, because the thing is, you don't see much of the house. Basically, you just see the front wall of the house and a little bit of the side, but not really much. So I'm just building the second level down below now. And yes, it is a 2-story courtyard. I thought that'd be a super cool idea. The idea, really, like I said earlier, was to have the 2-story courtyard. So I'm having like little viewing balconies here where you can see down, as you can, like, so it's like sort of, it's really, I don't know how it would physically work, like how you'd have grass there. I guess it'd have to be like AstroTurf on the top level. And then you could have grass on the bottom. You'd just have to make sure that you have like all this artificial lighting and enough water down there because it'd be very dark. But no, the idea was that you'd look down and there would be a pool on the lower level. That was the idea. And I was so upset when I realized I couldn't do a pool. I was like, but you know, I did my best. And it still looks really cool in the end anyway, so at least I think it does. Yeah, so it's just a really interesting. So yeah, that's the pool. I was just like, oh no, why isn't it working? I was like, oh no, it's glitching out. And then I tried to place a pool. And I was like, no, it didn't work. So instead I placed a hot tub. I mean, next closest thing, right? So it's water. It Sims can get in it. It's basically a pool. It's just a warm pool. And I thought we'd get some plant life around the corners. So yeah, the lower level of the house is basically the same as the upper level. Like it's the exact same layout. I think it does change a little bit because I needed to add in a bathroom. So yeah, those are the windows. So we can actually have windows in the basement that actually bring in daylight from the outside because the basement windows go into the window well, which gets light from all the way up the top. So you actually get natural daylight in, which is really, really nice. And I love doing that in my basements because at least it makes them feel a little bit less cramped and a little bit less basement-y as well. But you know, yeah, you know, that's what we do. So that's the little hot tub area, getting some more windows in around the place. I didn't want to do massive glass windows at the front on the upper levels because I was like, well, that's kind of the only place that you probably want a little bit of privacy because anybody can kind of just look in there. So I've put a bathroom on the ground floor that I'm building on top of now. I was like, well, seeing as I'm going to do a bathroom there, let's get like a balcony level, like a mezzanine level up the top here. And this is what I was talking about. There is a little bit of living space on the top level here, but it's not really useful. It's mainly just like a bookcase and a little reading area. I was gonna make it like an office space, but it's too small. It's too small to make like an adequate size office space. It's like, because it's only 2 squares wide, so I couldn't really make it that. I couldn't make it that extravagant, unfortunately. I tried my best. I tried my best to, yeah, and you'll see when I try to furnish it and all that. I try to sort of squeeze all this kind of cool stuff in there. And so I'm just doing a little door to the bathroom underneath the stairs. And figuring out what to do next. So this house does have 2 bedrooms. Double bedroom and a single bedroom. But of course you could easily add more because it's a basement. So you could probably just drag in some more space. Especially if you put this on a bigger lot. Because I believe this is 20 by 15. So if you put this on a bigger lot, you could easily extend the basement. One of the easiest things to extend. So there's the kitchen right there. I thought right at the front of the house. Because it was the only space that didn't have giant glass windows on the wall. For me to be able to fit cabinets on the wall. Because there's nowhere else I could put them. So I was like, well, I guess I'll put it there. That makes sense. So just getting some nice fridges and sinks and all that kind of good stuff in there. Little dining area in there. Beautiful big windows. And it was actually like the perfect space to put a dining table as well. Like it fits so well. Because I mean, like, what else would you put in there? Nothing. You put the dining area. Perfect. Easy does it. Beautiful sort of modern kind of contemporary rug as well. Like a kind of crazy. Kind of interesting. I thought we'd go with it. Getting those large industrial lights. I actually put them in. I thought they were kind of cool. And I hope you think they're kind of cool too, because that's what I did. So you're going to have to deal with it. Or just change it. That is the beauty of Sims 4, or Sims 3, or Sims 2, or Sims 1. If you download something, you can just change it really, really easily. So yeah, this is the living space here. The main living area. 2 sofas, little TV. Beautiful sloth painting on the wall there. Beautiful colors. One of my favorite paintings of Sims 4. It's not only my favorite painting because it's a cool picture, but the colors in it are really good. Like, it's a really colorful picture. So it's pretty cool. I needed to put something under the stairs, and that was kind of the only thing that really fit, like the sort of appropriate size and appropriate sort of item to put under there, rather than just putting random junk. I was like, oh, that makes sense. It kind of makes sense. Like, that's where you'd store some extra plates and that kind of stuff. So I chucked that underneath. I was trying to figure out how to fit in this little plant. I don't even know if I do get the plant in the end, do I? Maybe I don't. I think I get a smaller one and then I get a light. I get that little sort of clamp light thing, which I really like as well. I always use that. I was going to do these sort of colorful couches to reflect the rug in the kitchen and the painting on the wall. Then I was like, yeah, I wasn't too happy with it. So I just changed them to sort of a lightish gray color, which I thought was kind of nice. And then we got a nice rug on the floor as well to warm up the place, because it is a big open space with wood flooring and sort of like plastered walls, I guess. So it'd be pretty cold and probably pretty echoey as well. So I thought a rug would probably help that out. So let's chuck that on the floor and get that sorted. And make it a little bit more homely. So here's the top area where I was like, I wanted to try and get a desk in there, and I was like, oh, I could put a bookcase over there, and then it wasn't cooperating, and it also looked kind of stupid. And then I was like, okay, let's not do that, and let's not make this an office area, and let's undo everything I just did. And I did. Do I do this? No, I did one. Okay, yeah, no, because I thought I know putting them in front of the window seems like a weird idea, but I thought it was kind of cool because that bookshelf is actually see-through, not see-through, but you know, like there's no back to it, so the light will still come through the bookcase, and I thought it'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of interesting. So I checked it out the front, and then I just turned into like a little reading area up the top. And there you go. So let's go into the lower level of the basement now with the bedrooms and the bathrooms. I keep it pretty simple down here. I mean, I keep this whole build, like the furnishing style, pretty simple and pretty clean because it's supposed to be like this really sort of modern, slick, contemporary kind of home. Like it's not like your cluttered family home. Like these people, they went on grand designs and they did this. They went on grand designs and they kept it impeccably good. I don't know. I always see like on like a show like Grand Designs or any of those sort of property shows, the houses always look really, really nice because they're clean and not lived in. Like they haven't lived in them yet when they're done and show them off. It's like you can only imagine how dirty the house will get after it. I think imagine if you could have your house as clean as like a house in The Sims 4. The problem with having, and the reason you can't have a house that clean is because you have too much stuff. Like, I'm looking at my space right now. I've got stuff everywhere. I've got stuff on my bed over there. I've got boxes on the floor. I've got a pop-up table behind me with like loads of cables and spare stuff on it. It's like first of all, I don't have enough storage for that stuff. I mean, I kind of do. But when I say storage, I have like little plastic boxes that I can put stuff in and slide it under the bed. So it's not really storage, but it works and it looks much neater when I pack it away. But even still, it's like the reason all those things are out is because I use them. It's like if you were to keep your house that clean all of the time, just imagine the amount of time you would spend grabbing things out and putting them back away. Like there's certain things. Like I mean, don't get me wrong. Like obviously you can have a clean space. Like, but because this is my office space and I use all this stuff all the time. There's not really an efficient way apart from buying like a giant sort of. I guess giant kind of like, not bookcase, I guess like a cupboard kind of thing that has like all these sort of compartments. That would work, I guess, putting all the stuff in there, sort of manage it a little bit easier. But the current way that I have storage here is just not feasible. And there's just too much stuff to make it as neat as Sims 4. As much as I would like my place to be that neat, it's just not possible. I use all this stuff on a daily basis almost. And it just wouldn't make sense to pack it away in these boxes underneath a bed all of the time. And also, I can't be bothered. You know. Long story short, I can't be bothered. So, I mean, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to live in a very, very pristine place. But it'd also be wouldn't it be kind of sad? Like, I mean, it's just like, I spend all my time cleaning my place to look like The Sims 4. I spend all my time cleaning my space to make it look like I don't have any stuff. It's basically what you're doing. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a difference between, like, I'm not talking about, like, clean as in, like, you know, I'm not talking about like messy as in kind of dust or anything like that. Like obviously vacuum and all that kind of stuff and clean windows and that kind of stuff. That's separate. I'm talking about just mess, just things. I don't know why I'm talking about this now, but apparently I am. The screenshots. Yeah, no, keep things clean though. Like clean in terms of dust and you know, sweep the floors and vacuum and clean the windows, that kind of stuff. Yeah, of course. But you know, in terms of putting like things away that I use on a daily basis, I can't be bothered. No, I can't be bothered. I mean, eventually, every so often, I put stuff away. So there's that, I guess. I mean, let me know in the comments. Do you put your stuff away? How messy is your room? It's probably very messy. So no, like it's not like a lot of people, especially their bedrooms. Like, okay, so my office space and my bedroom are pretty messy. But then everywhere else I go in the house or everything else I do in the house, I always keep those spaces clean. Like I always put stuff away. I always put them away. I always clean up stuff in those spaces because it's like, well, I mean, that space is, first of all, like a communal space for the house, for everybody. So I keep that clean. But then it's like, in my own spaces, I'm like, well, this is how I use this space, you know? Come on, Mom. Come on, Dad. Just understand that. You can refer your parents to this videos, kids, and let them hear the word of James, I guess. All right, the download for this is in the description down below. You can click on the link there. You can search hashtag The Sims Supply on the gallery, or for my origin ID, which is also The Sims Supply. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that random rant at the end there, but I'll see you next time, and have an awesome day.